Alright, so I am back, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Mafex Scarlet Spider. So here he is in his packaging. Now, people that have been watching my channel recently have probably noticed my dislike for Mafex Marvel lines. So far, they have been, let's say, half-assed, in my opinion. That's why I didn't open this guy up yet. I wanted to, do this on camera so I would have my first reactions of the figure, because this right here is my last straw. If this figure doesn't blow me away, which I've heard really good things about this figure, but if it doesn't blow me away, I'm out of the Marvel Mafex game. Alright, so first off, we've got the webs. We've seen these all before. It's the exact same webs that came with the Black Suit Spider-Man, the Ben Reilly Spider-Man, the classic Spider-Man, the comic book Spider-Man. I mean, so I'm not going to go through all of this, but basically you can take these and you put them around. You take the hand off and then you put the little loop around the wrist, and then that way it looks like he's shooting webs. So, right. And then we have your standard Mafex base. Nothing new and fancy about that. Oh, but it does have the smaller waist clip instead of the bigger one. Oh, that's a bummer, because those don't usually work very well for the male figures. This works pretty well for like the female characters, but not so much the males. Oh well. Alright. Alright, and here is Spider-Man, or Scarlet Spider. Let's see here. Alright, so we got some of that plastic stuff here. Let's get this out of the way. So Scarlet Spider is my favorite Spider-Man suit. And I believe that stems, not just from the Clone Saga, because I actually did like the Clone Saga, but also the fact that when I was younger, it was hard to get our hands on an actual Spider-Man figure, because, we didn't have a lot of money back then. And so we were resorting to customizing figures into the figures that we wanted. So, like, Spider-Man and Green Goblin, they were always just like kind of homemade. And suit-wise, Scarlet Spider's was much easier to do myself rather than all the individual webs. So I usually ended up making a Scarlet Spider out of some random, X-Men character or something. And then all you had to do is just paint red and blue for this jacket. First thing I want to say, I'm not impressed with the hoodie. I think they should have gone with either a softer plastic or a hard plastic, because it's kind of like, it goes up, but I want it down. I want it all the way down, and it's not wanting to sit all the way down. It's, and it's not attached to anything up front, so it doesn't have anything to kind of anchor itself down. So I would say the hoodie part is not optimal for me. I don't like it. It does its job, but it doesn't do what I wanted it to do. which was kind of lay flat, but. And then these strings, like, depending on how you have that. Yeah. It looks good though. It's got a nice kind of like metallic sheen to it almost. Stuff on it back there. But yeah, looks good. The red has like a shading to it. He's stable, which is nice. Alright, so head is on the your standard ball peg at the bottom, and then another ball peg at the top, or probably double ball peg, so you get all the way up to there, all the way down, a little left and right, not a little left, all the way left and right. White eyes are nice, crisp. I would have kind of liked a little bit of shading, maybe around the eyes, but, you know, whatever. Good enough. Just it's like, you know, you got this like nice red with the shading in it, and then all of a sudden you got these bright white eyes. It just kind of throws you off there for a second. He's got the ball peg shoulder all the way around, up, down. No issues there. Bicep swivel, double bend elbow, wrist swivels, hinges. It's got that hinge where you can go up and down, or if you wrangle the fist, you can go in and out. So up to you on how you want to do it. It's got the nice little metal web shooters here. Ball peg in the torso, and then again at the waist, so you get all the way over to there, all the way there, back to there, forward to there. All that works fine. Hips, you got the softer plastic for the waist piece. It's actually harder than most of the other ones. So up to there, back to there, out to the side. It does drop down. There is a thigh swivel, double bend knee. The plastic here, like most Mafex, is a very close color, but it's not identical, so, you know, don't let that throw you off. That's kind of just their typical fare. Ball pegged feet, which, you know, rocker, tilt, toe tilt, all that stuff, and the feet are pretty well on there. A lot of times with these ones that have interchangeable feet, they're loose. So, but yeah, build wise, I don't have any issues with this one. You know, like I think it was Thor that had like some build issues, and Storm definitely had some build issues, design flaws with that cape. He's having a hard time standing though. There we go. Alright. Come on. There we go. And for a size comparison, here he is with a Marvel Legends Hobgoblin. Just because he was the closest one on a base. So, again, I think Mafex scales pretty well with the Marvel Legends line. And here he is with the Mafex Ben Reilly Spider-Man, which I figured was a good one to have against him, since they're the same character. So these are probably the same body, just retooled heavily, because, you know, he's got all the web lines and he does not. Or he might be the just black suit Spider-Man. Actually, that would probably be the mold there that they probably just reused. Which, you know, I mean, for the same character, I really don't have an issue with them using the same mold. You know, same with Marvels. You know, it's like if you're doing the same character over and over again, use the same mold. You know, that's fine. Alright, so accessory wise, he does come with the feet with the magnets in them. So they're just on tab from here, and you just plug them in. I'm not going to do that because those feet are on there pretty well, and I don't want to mess with that. Let's see here, we've got the magnetic splayed out hands. We have the web holding hands. We have web shooting hands. Relaxed hands. And then we have the splayed out hands without the magnets. Head sculpt wise, we have the head that's on there, which has like a slightly angry look. Then we have slightly angrier look, I'd say. And then the last one, we have the more angled Scarlet Spider eyes, which is kind of surprising to me that this wasn't stock on the body, because this is actually the Scarlet Spider eyes that I'm more used to. This is more like, you know, black suited Spider-Man, just red instead. Oh, they put like a oil or something on there. I wonder if that's why it's moving better than most. Alright. And there is, so yeah, Scarlet Spider. I'm not out on the Marvel Mafex game now. It's a good enough figure for me to say, you know, I'll keep going. It's, you know, a lot of people are saying like, oh my god, it's amazing, it's amazing, it's amazing. I'm like, what I gotta say to you guys on that one is, if you want amazing when it comes to the Mafex figures, I would take a look at the Cyborg Superman, the Steel figure, and probably, obviously, Batman, Gambit, and then the Iron Man. Those are amazing. Those are standout Mafex figures that are just unbelievably awesome. This guy's good, but I wouldn't put him into like, oh, like this is the figure of the year. He's not a figure of the year for me. And he's one of my favorite characters. So he's my favorite costume of Spider-Man's, easily. So it's like he was kind of, you know, I'm kind of biased to him. And so it's like, the fact that it didn't just wow me should say something to you too. It's good. I don't have any QC issues with it. He's built perfectly. He looks like the character. I think that the hoodie could have been done better. I would have preferred, like I said, either it just to be sculpted on, or for it to be like a soft plastic instead of the cloth. I know that would limit articulation. I totally get that. But it's just the way it sits. It's not my ideal way, and the way the wire works in that thing, like they really needed to attach it into the torso, so that, which I mean would have been really, really hard given the way because somehow you'd have to get it into the torso and then get the jacket on top. But just because of the way they built it, you know, so that it can do this, you know, just isn't. I mean, it just doesn't look right to me. And because of that, it's like it just doesn't. I don't know. It just doesn't sit the right way that I would like. Yeah. But I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. I think it's pretty good. Worth the price. I just think that the hoodie could have been done better. That's really my one real complaint on it. Also, I would have liked to see like either like just a black line around the eye. Just one little extra color in there to kind of break it up just a little bit more. May not be accurate, but I think that would have made it pop just that much better. And I'm also surprised, you know, since, you know, the Ben Reilly Spider-Man came with the maskless head, that the Scarlet Spider didn't. So I think rather than, you got this Scarlet Spider head, which is great, looks good. And then you have like angry and then slightly angrier look. Like I would have preferred, because he was more of the happier Spider-Man. So, that was one of the refreshing things about his story arc, was because Spider-Man was getting, really like run down, and he wasn't having any fun with being Spider-Man anymore. And so when Scarlet Spider came on the scene and they traded places, Scarlet Spider kind of picked up where the original Spider-Man was and was just having more fun with the crime fighting. So it's like, having two angry eyes and then one standard eyes, is just kind of like, why can't we get either like headless, or a maskless head, and like maybe try to do, I don't know how they would do a happy look, but yeah, that's really all I got to say. Just like, I think these options weren't optimal. It's not going to affect me because I usually just put them in give them the one head and leave them like that. So yeah, I guess that's really all I got. It's a pretty good figure. I do recommend it. Just he's not like, oh my god, but he's pretty good.